So it was past 10 p.m. We were on a single lane cliff road, no guardrails. The edges were crumbling around us. My phone was at 8%. A cliff road almost swallowed us whole. There's a version of the story where everything goes smoothly. The GPS works, the weather holds, the rental car company is honest. You arrive at your glamping tent to a glass of local wine and a sunset. That is not the story. This is a road trip from Naples to Sicily in the summer of 2024 with my teenage son and a 3-legged rescue dog. And absolutely no margin for error. It tried to kill us at least 3 times before rewarding us with an erupting volcano on the 4th of July. Jovan flew into Naples to meet me. I'd been solo traveling since May in Rome, Pompeii, Sorrento, Procida. And now we were doing the southern leg together with the dog. I've written about all of those places on my blog if you want the details. We decided to visit one of the islands before our road trip. I had been curious about Ischia. First crisis, getting to the ferry. Turns out booking.com doesn't do the same day taxi transfers in Naples. I learned this standing outside or Airbnb with a teenager, a 3-legged dog, and too many suitcases, calling every contact I had made in the city. The driver from my Pompeii trip, booked. My mountain tour guide, tied up. Finally, my previous Airbnb host came through, picked us up with all our chaos and drove us to the port. He said they'd never seen Naples this packed this early in the season. The ferry was beautiful. Jovan was mesmerized. People kept giving midnight water. One of those moments where you think, okay, we're doing this. Then we got off the boat. Everyone walked through except us. 4 or 5 men stopped us and asked for our passports. No uniforms, nothing official. I thought we were being robbed. I kept asking, why us? You haven't stopped anyone else. And then it hit me. We were the only brown people on that ferry. I'd noticed during the ride, shrugged it off the way that I always do. But when you're the only ones pulled aside, there's no shrugging that off. They called someone, read our passport numbers out loud, made us wait. I stood there letting every one of them see exactly how I felt. It killed the magic of Ischia. I retreated, did what introverts do best. The island was beautiful, but they made me work for the peace. Back in Naples after Ischia, I needed a car rental to drive south to Sicily. Insurance already booked through the platform, paid, confirmed, done. The guy at the counter didn't care. He had the warmth of a vending machine, and he sold me coverage that I already had. His policy cost 3 times more. Of course it did. I want you to remember this because in 2026, I can reconstruct the exact terms of any rental car policy I've ever signed in 30 seconds. Growth is expensive. Mine cost double on car insurance in Naples. We climbed Vesuvius first, stood at the rim of something that had buried an entire city alive. 2 weeks later, I'd be standing in ash again. Different volcano, but that's part 2. Then we headed into the mountains. Our destination, Contrada Sant'Elia, a stone farmhouse so deep in the Campanian hills that the host messaged us on WhatsApp after we'd booked, do not follow GPS onto the narrow mountain road. We followed the GPS onto the narrow mountain road. The road narrows, then it narrows again, then you're on a single lane cliff road, no guardrails, crumbling edges, no room to turn around, and the only direction is deeper into something that started as a wrong turn and became a survival scenario. Past 10 at night, Jovan was 16, midnight in the back, perfectly calm, phone at 8%. When we reached the host, his response was, no. This road had been rerouting tourists for years. He'd contacted Google Maps multiple times, and Google has never responded. There was no turning around. We found a dark recess in the mountain wall, just wide enough to back in and redirect. We didn't know what was behind that boulder. We used the flashlight, inched backward. Got the car turned around on 8% battery before the screen went dark. I don't do narrow roads anymore. That cliff retired the habit permanently. We made it. Ancient stone walls, mountain silence. The owner had built a forest for Japanese-style bathing. A jacuzzi on the grass. Midnight sprawled in the sun. Jovan ate like there was no tomorrow. 7 days, and we needed every one of them. This is the bamboo forest that we're walking through and around. There's different paths, not through, but around, and it's a whole path, like in the map. And this is not the highest point. The highest point is up there, and you get to see these beautiful views of the mountains and the town, or I don't know, it's multiple towns. Like a lot of little villages around. We got information about all of them and how old they are. One night of glamping at Campo Dorato. Bell tents in an olive grove, string lights along a stone path. We stopped for groceries at the base of the mountain, headed up. The sky turned that shade of gray. That means something's coming. Cell signal dropped. I pulled over to check the map, and lightning hit the metal fence, 4 feet from where we were standing. Midnight didn't flinch. He's not moved by lightning. Thunder, absolutely. Traffic, yes, but not lightning. We crossed the Strait of Messina the next day. Sicily was waiting. So was an erupting volcano, an impossible dog crate, and a rental car I left at the curb with the keys inside. That's part 2. Subscribe so you don't miss it.
And then you what? So what is everything?
I'll tell you.
This is nice. I don't even know where to start.